Many of my videos generated hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of views. And no, I did not focus on trends, trending audios, looping audios, algorithm hacks, none of that. In this video, I will share with you the foundations that I had to nail down to be able to reach these results. Let's get into it. If you're new here, hi, my name is Erika and I'm your trusted Italian artist and social media manager. I have been posting short form videos of my art for 7 years now. And during this time, I have created multiple videos with more than 1 million views on both Instagram and YouTube Shorts. And the weird thing is, all of these were original content. All I did was to focus on creating something that people wanted to watch. And that is the key. The most important thing that your video needs to have is value for the viewer. By value, I mean giving something to your viewer. That could be either providing information or evoking emotions in your audience. And it could be any emotion. It could be happiness, it could be fascination, it could be intrigue, it could be awe, or you could be showing something cool, something cute, something inspirational, something relatable, and so on. Posting on social media means connecting with people. If your viewer finishes watching your video and thinks, I am glad I watched this gave me something, you are doing a great job. To be able to provide value through your videos, there are 2 things you need to have very clear in mind. First is who you are talking to, and second is what your goal is. You need to have clear what are you trying to achieve when you are posting on social media, and who is your ideal follower or client. What do they like? What are they like? Defining all of these points will help you understand what kind of value you need to provide in your videos to attract the right audience for you. If you want to learn more about these topics, I've actually created a free course about them. In the course, I will show you how to define your goal, and I will show you how to lay down the foundation of a social media strategy that will help you reach your social media and art business goals. You will learn how to attract your ideal follower and client, and how to find an audience passionate about your art. For now, the course is completely free and it will be for a limited amount of time. This is my first ever course and I would like to know what you guys think about it. All I ask from you is your feedback, because I'm really trying to create the best possible content that can actually help you. So if you want to know more, check out the link in the description box. Sorry for the plug, I had to. Back to the video. Once you defined your goal and the foundations of your social media account, the next step is research. Look up all the artists that have similar goals to you and are targeting a similar audience to you. Look at what kind of videos they are posting. What are the topics? How do they edit them? How do they grab your attention in the first few seconds of the video? Research is one of the fundamental parts when you are creating anything on social media. It allows you to make informed decisions and shows you what is already working for other artists on social media. I talk about this topic in the course as well. Then, once you're done with your research, it's time to start creating. My first step is to always script the video. Sometimes I write a complete script where I write every sentence like I'm doing in this video, and sometimes I just write intro, outro, and some of the key moments in the middle. Whatever you decide to do, you always need to have clear in mind at least your intro, your outro, and more or less what happens during the video. This will allow you to always know what to record next and have a cohesive end result video. The introduction, though, is the most important step. Imagine you're scrolling on social media and how many videos you see. If somebody sees the start of your video and then choose to scroll past, then they are lost. Nobody's gonna watch your video, and doesn't matter how good the rest of the video is, nobody's gonna see it. Your intro needs to make your viewer want to know more. For example, that could be hinting at an information that they need, or maybe the start of your creative process and make them want to see the rest, or maybe the intro will make the viewer want to know what happens next. This is the moment where you hint at the value that your video is gonna provide to the audience, so they will want to keep watching to know more and get more of this value. For example, let's look at this video. Want to learn how to draw any person as a cartoon? Let's do it together in 6 steps. Right now this video has almost 4 million views on YouTube Shorts. In the intro of this video I ask a question. I ask a question that the video will answer to. Now let's look at this other video. Artist Aurora Be Fabulous shows bright colors and compelling visuals that make the viewer want to know more and see more about the drawing process of this artist. From these few seconds, you immediately know what the rest of the video is about. She's gonna show her art process, she's gonna finish the drawing, and it's gonna be fun. If you've never thought about the intros when creating your videos, I recommend doing a lot of research. You can learn so much just by looking and analyzing other videos of other artists, what they're already doing and what's working for them. Here is one last example. The other day, I saw these 2 videos back to back. Have a look at them and think which one of the 2 makes you want to watch the video more.
Hi there!
Today I want to talk to you about finding your big idea.
I have an update on a $3,000 order and it's not good.
In the first video, after 3 seconds, I still have no idea what the video is about. Instead, the second one immediately pulls you into a story. As a viewer, it makes you want to know what happens next. The next step is doing the same process with the core of the video. This usually entails cutting the uninteresting part where nothing happens, keeping small shots of the most important part of the action, and then speeding up other actions that might be too long for a short video. The outro of the video is a bit less important than the others because at that point the viewer already watched almost all the video, but ideally at the end of the video you provide the final value. You provide the end result of your drawing, you provide the answer to the questions that you posed at the start, you provide something that the viewer wants to see. In the case the viewer will remember that they got what they wanted at the end of the video, and then the next time you appear on their timeline, they are more likely to actually watch your video till the end. Think about when you're watching those videos that arrive at the end and then like they are cut, there is no end, or they are like come back for part 2. That works for some people, so it depends who your audience is, but for me, I'm like, that throws me off. I'm like, I'm never gonna follow this person. Give me something, I want a good ending. Then once all the scripting is done, I proceed with the recording. And recording can be extremely simple. You don't need anything super expensive to do it. With your phone, a $5 tripod, and the sunlight, you're already good to go. This is how I actually was recording my first videos, and some of these videos got more than 1 million views. This is how I set up my tripod. I just put it on the opposite side of my drawing hand, and pay attention that my hand doesn't cover nor the light nor the drawing. If the light is behind your hand, it's gonna shadow your drawing. You don't need anything too complicated. If you don't have a cheap tripod or any way to set up your camera, you can even hold your phone in your hand. Just pay attention to make the shot not too shaky. If you already have a large tripod, you can do the same. Set it next to the table, opposite of your drawing hand. And then have the light coming either from in front of you or from the opposite side of your drawing hand, so the shadow won't cover your drawing. And if you have a shelf over your head, you can just set your phone on the shelf and you can just record yourself drawing. The last options are phone holders that can look like this. These are slightly more expensive, but you can position them as you want. And you can have your phone standing horizontally on top of your drawing. This is the one that I use now when I record a short video. I set up my camera here, but you can set your phone, you just need the phone adapter. Those are also very cheap. I set it up like this, so my camera is here and I draw here, so my camera is like horizontal parallel to my drawing. One important thing for short videos, you don't need to record your whole art process. If you want and you have enough space in your memory card, go for it. Otherwise, you can just record the most important steps of the drawing. Changing the camera angle can also help you in this case to keep the video interesting. For example, you're first recording from the top, and then you go from a lower camera angle, and then from my side. This is what I've done in this video here. This is why you need to have a script before you start. You need to have in mind which part of the drawing you want to record, which are the most important, the most eye-catching, engaging, the most interesting for the viewer. And then just record those. Just don't record anything else. If you are a digital artist, this process can be even easier. Some digital artists, me included, just record the whole video after they finish the drawing. How? Keep the different layers in your drawing, and then at the end, go back and pretend you are finishing that layer. Just a few seconds are enough for the viewer to understand what you're doing and showcase your art process. Last but extremely important is the lighting. Without a good lighting, you will lose a big part of your audience. A lack of good lighting just gives this feeling of amatorial. So a lot of people, when they see a video with poor lighting, they will automatically assume it's somebody that is not very good at making videos and then keep scrolling. And this could happen at an unconscious level, but it's something I've noticed. When you see a video that does really well on your timeline, 99% of the time they have good lighting. But here as well, you don't need good fancy studio lighting. You don't need professional lighting. You don't need a ring light. You can do it with just the sunlight. In this case, be sure to be close to the window so you can have good lighting. Otherwise, you can record outside. That's what I did in this drawing here. To be honest, nothing is better than the sunlight and the outside lighting. So if you have the possibility, a balcony, a garden, good weather, consider the outside as an option where to record. If you don't have natural sunlight, you can use, in addition to it, one light bulb. This is also how I recorded a lot of my first videos. These light bulbs here are a good example. When you purchase a light bulb for recording, there are two things you need to keep in mind. One is the lumen amount and one is the white light. I will write on the screen the right numbers because I don't remember from the top of my head. that, I found that recording with white light gives the best results. So I recommend going for that. Yellow light can mess up your colors, especially when it comes to art. When you set up your lamp, set it up so it illuminates the side of your drawing opposite to the window. This way you'll have a uniform lighting without harsh shadows. Look at this plan. You can see I have an architecture degree. We finally arrived at the last step, editing. Editing can be done with free apps, for example, Canva, InShot, or CapCut. As I said before, cut away everything that is not useful to storytelling. People nowadays are used to quite fast paces in their video, and action just needs a couple seconds to be perceived. Depends who you are targeting, but if you're targeting a young audience, keep in mind they are going to look for something fast. Here as well, have a research how other artists edit their videos, look how they get the best results. Now, to wrap this video up, if there are 3 things you can take out of this video, are definitely providing value to the viewer, creating scroll-stopping intros, and good lighting. Focus on nailing this down first, and then I'm sure you will already see great improvement in how your video performs and how people perceive your video in general. I want to remind you that social media content requires a lot of trial and error. You research a lot, you try out something, and then however it goes, learn from your results. Failing is part of the process. Everyone does it. I have made many videos that didn't get good results. You can never control 100% what happens on social media. Focus on improving what you can control. Improve your work, improve what you are creating, and improve the value you are giving to your viewer. And I'm sure you can do it. I believe in you. One last thing, if Instagram ruins the quality of your art, I will teach you how to post in high quality on Instagram in this video right here. That's all for now. Ciao ciao ragazzi!